Hi guys, welcome again to my channel. My name is Mo Sonyaolu, and I try as much as possible to have videos that will help children in primary school, help them revise their works. So today we'll be looking at basic science for middle and upper primary, and we'll be talking about energy. Have you heard the word energy before? In physics, energy is the quantitative property that must be transferred to an object for work to be done. It's a property that must be transferred to an object for work to be done. In plain language, energy is the ability to do work. That ability that makes you do work is energy. The law of conservation of energy states that energy can be converted from one form to another. Energy cannot be created or destroyed, but it can be converted from one form to another. Let me give you a simple example of a conversion of energy. If I plug electric iron to the main source of electricity, I am using electric energy. By the time it becomes hot and I begin to iron my clothes, I have converted electric energy to heat energy. So energy can be converted from one form to another, but energy cannot be created, energy cannot be destroyed. So like I said before, energy is the ability to do work. If you are asked to define energy and you don't just remember all these things I've been saying, just remember that energy is the ability to do work. And the SI unit of energy is joule. Now, we'll be talking about some forms of energy. There are quite a number of forms of energy, but we'll be talking about some of them. The first one we are starting with is what we call thermal energy. Thermal energy is the same thing as heat energy. Heat energy is the energy that makes things hot. Energy that makes things hot. If you put on your electric stove and you're cooking, you are converting electric energy to heat energy. If you put on your normal stove and you are cooking, you are making that thing hot. You are changing the food from raw to cooked state using heat energy. Heat energy is also known as thermal energy. Heat energy is the energy that makes things hot. It is created from vibrations of atoms and molecules within a substance, and the faster they move, the hotter it becomes. So the first energy we talked about is what? Thermal energy. And we said another name for thermal energy is heat energy, and heat energy is the energy that makes things hot. So in this picture you can see a kettle on a gas. You can see a kettle on a gas, and that is thermal energy. Another form of energy we're talking about is chemical energy. Chemical energy is the potential of a chemical substance to undergo a chemical reaction and transform into another substance. When a chemical substance undergoes chemical reaction, when there's a reaction and then that substance changes into another substance, then we say chemical energy has happened. An example of chemical energy is a battery. The battery has chemical substance and it can be converted to electric energy. So even when you hold the battery, it's nothing to you, but when you put it in torchlight, you begin to see. You understand? So it has converted itself to electrical energy for you, and it is also light energy because you are able to see with it. So the energy stored in chemical bonds is released by chemical reactions, and we call it chemical energy. Another form of energy we want to talk about is what we call nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is the energy that is found in the nucleus. The nucleus is the core of an atom. Atoms are tiny particles that make up every object. Every single object in this world are made up of tiny atoms, and so this atom has a nucleus inside the core. So the energy that comes out from this nucleus is what we call nuclear energy, and there is quite enormous energy in the nucleus that bonds atoms together. So nuclear energy can be converted to electricity. So this is nuclear energy, energy that is found in the nucleus, the core of an atom. Another form of energy we want to talk about is the mechanical energy. Mechanical energy is acquired by an object upon which work is done. Mechanical energy is possessed by an object due to its motion or position. Mechanical energy is made up of two forms of energy: kinetic energy and potential energy. In physics, mechanical energy is said to be the sum of potential and kinetic energy. You understand? The sum of potential and kinetic energy. Mechanical energy is the energy possessed by an object either due to its motion, that's kinetic energy, or its position, that is a potential energy. That is, in other words, let me say, okay, an object can either be in motion, that's kinetic, or not doing anything, that's potential. So that energy possessed by that object for moving or not moving is what we call the mechanical energy. It is an energy that has to do with motion. It is the sum of kinetic and potential energy. So if you are asked to define mechanical energy, you will say it is the sum of kinetic energy and potential energy. It is the energy possessed by an object either because of its motion or its position. Now we are forced to define potential energy and kinetic energy. Look at the word potential. Something you possess. Oh, I have potential to be the president of Nigeria. That potential is inside of me. Nobody can see it. I park my car and I'm telling you that I can drive this car to London. That is potential energy. I know I can drive it to London, but it's parked. It's not doing anything. So energy that is not in motion, not doing anything, is what we call potential energy. It can do wonders. If I pick the car now and I drive, I can drive very far, but I'm not using it now. It is potential energy. Other examples of potential energy is a child on top of a slide. He is on top of the slide. He is not sliding down. He's just standing. But I know that that child can slide up and down, but he is not doing anything. That is what potential energy. A ball on a table. Oh, if I pick that ball and I can kick it around, it can do many things, but it is on the table. Another example of potential energy is when you blow balloon. It's fully blown and then you tie it. There is energy inside of it. It's not, you understand, it's not out. It is just all tied inside of it. If a man draws an arrow back, that's potential energy. That arrow has not moved. It's just exerting its potential energy. I can do this, but it is not doing. Another example is an athlete that wants to run. On your mark, you say you should bend down, and he has bent down, but it's not moving. That is potential energy. So potential energy is that energy that is not moving, not in motion. It is just stored up. Then the second kind of energy we want to talk about is the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy is in motion. Kinetic itself is from a Greek word kinesis, which means motion. Kinetic energy is energy that is working. A man that is running is using his kinetic energy. A man that wants to run is yet to run is using his potential energy. A car that is being driven is using his kinetic energy. A car that is parked is using his potential energy. Another form of energy I want to talk about is water energy. Water energy is that energy derived when water is in motion. Another name for water energy is hydropower, and water energy can also be converted to electricity. That's why they say light comes from Kanji Dam. That's water energy. We also have what we call light energy. Light energy is the energy that helps us see. Light energy is a very fast energy. Light energy can travel through space such that sound cannot travel. That's why the Englishman will say the speed of light. Light energy is the light that helps us see. You can see a bulb, that is light energy. You can see torchlight, that is also light energy. Light energy is the light energy that helps us see. We finally talk about solar energy. Solar energy is energy derived from the sun. Solar energy is the most important source of energy. Solar energy is the purest form of energy. It has no pollutant. So you can see that we discussed a lot different types of energy. There are still other energies we have not talked about. There are still other forms of energy we have not talked about. So even after watching this video, do your research. Even all the energy forms that have been treated, like when we're talking about nuclear energy, there is nuclear fusion, there is nuclear fission, fission. But all these things you will learn if you sit to read on your own. Do not forget that energy is the ability to do work. Take time to go over this video over and over and over again and read more. Thanks for visiting my channel. Do not forget to subscribe. I love you. Bye.